NXT Sound Delivered.
Thank you very much.
Alex McCarthy of TalkSport.
Hey, Alex.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for the time, man. Really looking forward to next week. I've got a left field question, funnily enough, because we just spoke about Omos, who's tagging with AJ Styles at WrestleMania. AJ Styles told me late last year he was pestering you the same way he did The Undertaker for a WrestleMania match, man. And here we are. It's not happened this year. Did he pester you with those calls? How did you resist? Talk us through it.
He did. He pestered with me every time I saw him. Yeah, he would ask me about it and ask me about my schedule. And I it's funny as we got closer. Man, I've said this before. Getting ready for WrestleMania is a different thing, and the older you get, the harder it gets. Doing this once a year, once every couple of years, especially now, is not an easy task. And you try to stay in the best shape you can, but that's not WrestleMania shape. And it's a different thing. So when he very first came to me, I said, man, AJ, I'm not going to tell you no. To be honest with you, personally, I'd love to work with you. And, at this point, you can carry me to something. So, I love it. And so the personal side of it, the athlete side of it, the performer side of it would love nothing more. The reality of it is I am not going to have the bandwidth or the availability schedule-wise to be able to pull that off. And then he would come to me like every week or every other week when I would see him and say, how's that bandwidth coming? You're going to be able to make this happen? And I would say, it's not going to happen. I'm flattered by that, and I really am, and humbled by it. But I wish I had the bandwidth to do it. And I'm not saying I won't do it in the coming year. If it's right and everybody believes that it's what should be done. I'm at a point where, to me, the in-ring stuff is bonus. It's funny, Flair calls me all the time to tell me, you've got to get back in the ring. You've got to go to WrestleMania. You have to have that closure. You have to do this, whatever, retirement match or do all this stuff. And there's a part of me that wants to do it, and then there's just a part of me, and it's a bigger part right now, that just goes, man, I am so busy 24/7 that you try to even contemplate having to train in the way I would want to train and get in shape. And by in shape, I don't mean look, I mean in shape ring-wise, so you don't embarrass yourself when you get in there at 52. It's a lot of work, and I don't know that I'm not afraid of the work. If I could make more hours in the day, I could find time to do it. It's just the time,
I'll hold out hope, Paul. I'll hold out hope. I'm looking forward to next week, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right, folks, we have time for one more question.
And we'll hear from Connor Casey of comicbook.com.
Hey, Paul, appreciate you doing. Hey, man. I wanted to ask about the move from Wednesdays to Tuesdays. The show, when NXT had to undergo a few changes when making that initial jump off the network onto USA. Now that you guys are moving, how would you rate the 18 months you spent on Wednesday nights?
Very successful. For me, we went from a very small platform of the network with a lot of buzz outside of it to jumping to USA from 1 hour to 2 hours, from pre-tape to live to everything in between, and talent call-ups and talent moving and injuries and pandemics and you name it. In the course of that period of time, I'm incredibly proud and happy of what we've done with the brand. And the opportunity is right now. When we first did it, it was about maintenance of a consistent time slot, day of the week and time, so that people could find what they were used to finding, even in that think it's in the 850,000 a week. Obviously we just renewed multi-year deal. The network is very happy. The ability to jump to Peacock and have more visibility for our larger tentpole events, our takeovers, and things, and be able to create more interest in the product in that manner. It's all for the right reasons. The Tuesday lead-in from Monday night and the promotion from Monday night to Tuesday is going to be great for us. It's all good. And it is, to be honest, if you would have asked me a year and a half or whatever it was, hey, how would you see this going? I would see it going about what it is now. The ability to establish a fan base and then decide the best place to put it. But establishing that fan base in a consistent time slot is where it was at. So, as far as further changes, you make them every week. It's constantly looking at what you do to try to give fans the best possible shows, not just in that moment, because that is a funny thing. They don't write Game of Thrones and go, how do you give them the greatest episode possible every single week? You have to build to things. You have to build long term. You have to think long term. And that's going to ebb and flow in what the episodes themselves look like. It's all about long term. It really is. And it's hard for people to garner, but I think we're on the exact path I would like to be on.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Thanks, man.
All right, everybody, that wraps up this conference call. I'll turn things back over to Paul for some closing comments.
I appreciate everybody being here. I know, as I mentioned earlier, there's another press event that we will do with the talent from Stand and Deliver. You'll get more information from PR about that. They'll be connecting with you on questions and how that'll all work. So we'll be getting with you on that. And with that said, I look forward to a spectacular event next weekend, Wednesday and Thursday. And I look forward to connecting with you all in these calls after those shows and just see what everybody thought. And other than that, stay safe and healthy, and we will talk soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.